Yo, it's your boy Warbo. You too, you too, guy. I got another reaction for y'all today. Yo, man, today Tuesday. I'm gonna do something a little different this time. But I got something special for y'all. We're gonna check out these power rankings. I was gonna do it last week, but some stuff got in the way. But we're gonna do power rankings, see where they got my Dallas Cowboys at. So we're gonna check out several power rankings. All right, so today Tuesday. Power rankings all come out after the Monday Night Football. So we're gonna find out what we got the Dallas Cowboys. Do they get the respect they deserve? So I'm trying to check everybody out that I know to check out. If there's somebody I missed, y'all want me to post next week for power rankings, put it in the comments below. But anyway, we're gonna start with the big dogs, of course, the NFL power rankings. And as you can see, they got the Arizona #1, Tampa 2 at #2, Buffalo #3, Green Bay #4, Buffalo #5. Baltimore, I'm sorry. Baltimore #5, the Cowboys at #6. Uh, and the Chargers 7. That's a little. Cowboys at #6. I do they'll be in top 7. Uh, but let's find out why. Why the Cowboys at #6 and why is Tampa Bay still #2? But let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's see what they have to say.
Cowboys at #1, Dan. You got them all the way down at number
All
6.
the way.
Explain yourself.
I mean, they're up 8 spots, and you're going to say I'm late on this too, but
You're late.
Yes.
relax. We have a lot of season because the Cowboys, every once in a while, a team pops up that everyone falls in love with at the same time. And because that happens, I have a bunch of people telling me, dude, if the Cowboys aren't #1, you're a joke. It's like I'm not going to.
But now you're
react
cutting
to
off
that.
your nose to spite your face.
No, dude.
You're not putting there for spite, Dan.
It's not. Do I
Yes.
think the Cowboys are the best team in football right now?
I
No.
do.
Well, I don't. That's why But to go from where they were to start the season, which I think was probably around 20s or low 20s to be 6, should show you, if you're following the power rankings, that I see them as a team that's getting more and more dangerous week after week and showing us that they can take care of business. The Panthers are a good team, but they were not in the same class of the Cowboys. That third quarter, what we saw in the third quarter was incredible. What they were able to do, 21 points.
You see that seal? That seal by Tyra. This is, to me, like this is the difference in the Cowboys now. To have Zeke and Tony Pollard, and look, Lyle Collins goes out. I was like, oh boy, steals on that right tackle. All you need is one Cheeto, and you can exploit it, and it's going to be an issue. He's been great. So now you have arguably the best guard in the league in Zach Martin. You have Tyron Smith is playing at an elite level at left tackle.
Yep.
And Terrence Steele's been great at right tackle. So now they're running the ball effectively. And, man, Dak, like, I don't want to overstate it, but it's going to sound like an overstatement. He's been flawless. He has been flawless. He's been so good at the quarterback position with all that complement of weapons. And now I'm going to continue gushing. Micah Parsons is getting all the attention, as he should. It looks to be one of a runaway defensive rookie of the year. Trayvon Diggs, we've talked about him now 3 weeks in a row. 5 interceptions through 4 weeks. He is exceptional. And when you can connect the front to the back, and right now they're using Micah Parsons at the front, man, Dan Quinn has got this defense humming too.
They're cooking here, and it's been a quarter century since the Cowboys been in the Super Bowl. And what one of their issues have been, they have had no problem building big offenses, but finding those big-time defensive stars has been an issue. Now in back-to-back drafts, you have a lockdown playmaking cornerback in Diggs, and Parsons, as you say, this is the backbone of a really good defense. So number 6, people are going to say they should be #1, but they are going in the right direction. But all these people that say #1, what did you say about the Cowboys a month ago? Calm down.
Doesn't matter.
Calm down.
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
For
I'm
real?
just saying, you
Here's
can't
all I'll
act
say.
like you've seen it all along. They're rising.
They call him America's team.
For
America, attack this communist. Attack him for his number 6
dare
position
you.
on the Cowboys.
These colors don't run.
Second quadrant here. We get to 9.
Oh, let's check out this whole list
Might
first.
confuse you, money, or the viewer.
All right, this is the whole list. Okay, Kansas City was #8. That's interesting. That's his excuse. Last week you had the Chargers ahead of my Cowboys. But yeah, my Cowboys beat the Chargers. That didn't make no sense. But anyway, that's his reason. So let's move on to the next person here. This is CBS Power Rankings. And again, let's see what they have to say. from CBS Power Rankings. Is one of the Power Rankings I check out. Let's see what they have to say.
10 after week 3. One interesting to note, Raiders there with their 3-0 start at 6. And of course, the Rams and Cardinals will go at it, both teams coming into that one 3-0. So after this weekend slate of games, you will notice the Raiders no longer in the top 10 in our Los Angeles Chargers.
No, I ain't doing it. You got the Chargers ahead of my Cowboys. No, See, your list is void, man. That is crazy. You can't have the Chargers in front of the Cowboys if the Cowboys have beat them. The Cowboys have beat the Chargers. There's no reason after week 4 that the Chargers ahead of the Cowboys. And you got the Rams at number 6, who just got beaten the crap out of by the Arizona Cardinals. No, I'm sorry. No, your list is boring. I'm sorry. We're gonna move on. That CBS no, you can't have the Chargers ahead of my Cowboys. We're gonna move on. Let's see what's going on right here. What do we got? Okay, at least they got the Chargers part right. Let's see what's going on here.
At 32, okay? Neek, Braz, let's start with you, Neek. What's your biggest issue? What's your beef when you look at this list?
I feel like maybe I'm letting the fan in me speak, but the 4-0 Cardinals coming off of probably one of the best wins of the season so far seem like they should be number 1. I understand the Bills.
Right, I can go with that.
Folks. But they do have a loss, and the people they've been crushing haven't been very good. They lost to the Steelers in week 1. And they beat
both of them haven't really played nobody.
Dolphins and Washington, and who they blow out the Titans last week. It's different from the Cardinals, who have some more impressive wins and 0 losses.
Well, they have. What do the Bills have that can compare to going to the Rams, who I thought were the best team in the NFL until this week, and beating them up, Dan?
Right.
I think the key thing to understand about power rankings voting is you don't start from scratch. Like if you're voting who's better, Bills or Cardinals, you already have an idea in your mind before you see them play, and you had the Bills ahead of the Cardinals, so the Cardinals have to do more to catch up with them. So that's what often happens here. I got no problem with the Bills number 1. I think you can look at them and believe they're the best team, even though the Cardinals are 4-0.
I don't think the Browns better than my Cowboys.
I was amazed. The Chiefs, not just 11, but 3rd in their division. Like what? I mean, this is a
they got 2 losses.
Super Bowls, didn't lose a lot of key personnel in the offseason. That's a team that's off to a little bit of a rougher start than I think we would have.
I mean, my guess is that the Chiefs are 1, 2, or 3. Right?
That's exactly.
Yeah.
But based on the evidence, I'll tell you what, I still am tempted to put the Rams 1, even though they just got blown out at home. I just believe them. But based on the evidence, hard-pressed to put anyone other than Arizona in the 1 spot. For
the Chiefs are 3rd in their division, like you said.
I don't like the Chargers at 9.
Yeah.
Why?
Chargers higher?
Yeah.
They have
the Chargers and the Cowboys, to be fair. Like when you look at the teams in front of them, they've had some impressive wins. So like if we're putting the Bills at number 1 because they're a smashing team they're supposed to smash, the Cowboys have been smashing teams they're supposed to smash too.
The Cowboys beat the Chargers. What are you talking about? To me, the Chargers too low. What happened? Hold on. I don't know what happened.
The teams they beat when they beat them, and also partly based on what we see.
Yeah,
when I look at the Chargers, I see trending up. I see extreme talent on both sides of the ball. A playmaker in the secondary at an elite level. A playmaker up front at an elite level on the defense. Justin Herbert. We talked about the offensive line. Receivers and tight ends and running backs everywhere you look. Like to put them 9 after the win they just had.
I mean, I think the interesting or the tough thing about this list is some of the inconsistencies, because like some of those same reasons would lead me to think that the Buccaneers shouldn't be that high.
Right.
How they've been playing recently, all their injuries.
They start with the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but why don't
that's
you start
true.
the Chiefs with the benefit of the doubt? Like it just.
I think they did, but they lost twice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then, I mean, the Chargers, the Cowboys, the Ravens, like these are teams that I think all started with the benefit of the doubt, and now they are at the bottom of the list.
I'll tell you though, I might move the Chargers up 2 spots.
Yes,
that Browns team at 6, that's a dropped punt.
Yeah.
Right away from being 4-0.
Being number 1 on this list.
I mean, that's
number
look.
You know what I'm surprised about the Cowboys at 8?
Yeah.
I'm surprised about the Cowboys at 8 because we're always looking to make the Cowboys a story. And because they get so much attention, we always think their roster's more talented than it actually is. But now they actually have
They're actually good.
Hold on, I don't mean pause. I don't know if they don't do that. What you mean you surprised the Cowboys at 8? They should be higher. I normally don't pause the videos in my videos. But for Bass Kellum to say he's surprised they at 8 But you would have put the Chargers two whole spots ahead of where they at? If I Cowboy beat, see, this is. Let me get to that.
This year, and we got them in the bottom of the top 10. Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I expect them to be higher, but I think you're right.
Thank you.
I think that the Browns' loss seems like it's hurting them more than the Bills' loss is hurting them. The Browns lost to a team that we thought was good.
So it's just as dominant.
I mean, they've done a perfect job with this power ranking because it is perfectly designed to upset everybody.
How do we get paid to like rank teams? Like, it's the best job.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
Ranking teams ain't bad. This Sunday, the Cowboys host my beloved New York Football Giants.
That's right.
Yeah, about the Arizona Cardinals.
And we're gonna blow them out. All right, so I'm gonna do something a little different here. We're gonna check out Stephen A. Now, and the reason why I do check out some of the stuff that Stephen A have to say. So we're gonna check out what Stephen A have to say in his power rankings. Because I do check out, see what he have to say about the Cowboys. Because we all as a Cowboy, he got something to say, even though we know it's all just for Raiders.
Hey, listen, that's when I give you my top 5 teams in the NFL week to week, okay? Remember, the list is fluid. So it ain't just Keyshawn Johnson with me. It's my man, Jeff Saturday. Jeff Saturday, you there? Where you at, baby? Where you at, baby? I'm looking for you, Jeff Saturday. Where are you, okay?
I'm here, baby. Don't you worry. I'm right here. Don't you worry.
Let's go.
What's that behind you, man? You got that? Where you get that from?
Oh, I like that.
What the hell got me in a cowboy hat and a cigar?
Baby, Steve A's office.
Ooh, you in my office. Oh, he took over my office. He took over my New York office.
I need a wider shot of that.
I'm disgusted. Oh, my goodness,
I'm disgusted. With the Cowboy star.
I'm going to clear things up.
I like it.
Are we ready for my list right now? You ready for the list, Jeff Saturday? Here we go.
Hold up. No, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. We're going to go back.
Things up, all right?
That's a Cowboy star. So there's been rumors that Steve might actually be a Cowboy fan. And if that's supposed to be his office, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Are we ready for my list right now? You ready for the list, Jeff Saturday? Here we go. Number 5 on the list for this week. Give it to me, please. Bam! The Packers. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers looks like that dude again. As I always tell y'all, he's the best.
I'm not mad at Green Bay being top 5 of any rankings, so they,
I know he did it against my Steelers, which ain't saying much right now, considering how their offense look and how many opportunities they put the defense out on the field, exhausting them and all of that stuff. But Aaron Rodgers looks great. Devontae Adams is no joke. Randall Cobb is making his contribution. Aaron Jones is handling his business. I can't dismiss anything from the Green Bay Packers. When you got Aaron Rodgers looking the way that he's looking, you are a top 5 team in the NFL. Give me number 4, please. Give it to me right here. Bam! The Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
I know their competition has been suspect, okay? They've won every game since losing the opener to the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I would remind y'all, whether it's Miami, whether it's the Houston Texans, the bottom line is they've got 2 shutouts on the season, and they've dropped at least 35 in each game. They're number 1 against the pass. They're number 1 in points allowed. They're number 1 in yards allowed. The defense is no joke, and the offense with Josh Allen, with Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, let that be the Cowboys.
It's something to be reckoned with. We can't ignore it. They ain't this team, though. Give it to me. You know what time this is, Keyshawn. It's the Los Angeles Chargers. So far is so fly. I got to give it to that stadium. The Rams and the Chargers home turf. But the Chargers with Justin Herbert looking like that dude, okay, with Keenan Allen, with Eckler and the crew. All right, you got Derwin James, you got Nick Bosa on the other side of the football. The bottom line is when you look at the Chargers, particularly after they beat down the Las Vegas Raiders last night, they look like a complete team. Arguably the best team in the AFC at this particular moment in time. Gotta give them love. I got them at number 3. Give it to me at number 2. Look at this. Don't question my objectivity, even though I can't stand their fan base. The most
can't stand you either.
Nauseating fan base in the history of American sports. I can't stand them. They make me want to throw up every day. But the bottom line is Dak looks special. Amari Cooper looks like that dude. CeeDee Lamb is balling. And now Ezekiel Elliott has got the stuff churning after everybody was wondering whether or not he was still the best running back on their team to Tony Pollard. So I got to look at what I'm seeing right now. And Quinn has that defense. They've upped the ante a little bit.
Okay, he can't have some respect.
Playing the way it is. And as far as I'm concerned, right now, the defensive player of the year is that brother Trayvon Diggs. Stephon Diggs' brother. Diggs is that dude in Dallas. He is something special thus far.
Stephen A.
He had 2 interceptions Sunday. I got to give him love. I got the Dallas Cowboys at number 2. At number 1,
Stephen A.
you know who it is? It's the Arizona Cardinals. Why? Because Kyler Murray just looks like my reigning. He looks like
I can't get mad at it.
League undefeated MVP team right now. You looking at A.J. Green getting involved. You already know what you're going to get with DeAndre Hopkins. And that defense ain't no joke either, okay? The Arizona Cardinals are balling. They putting everybody on notice. They shellacked the Los Angeles Rams, which is why they've been removed from my top 5. You're looking at it right now. These are the top 5 teams in the NFL for this week, okay? It's the Cardinals. It's the Cowboys. It's the Chargers. It's the Bills. It's the Packers. That's Steven's A-list for the week. Jeff Saturday and Keyshawn, you know what time it is. Give your brother some props.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
Okay.
Look, Jeff, I don't mind the list. I would organize it differently. I would take 5 and push that to 1, right, Jeff? Because clearly the Green Bay Packers, in my opinion, is the best team in the National Football League because they got the best quarterback in the National Football League. But that's on me. That's just what I look at. And then when I talk about the Chargers, the best team in the AFC, I moved them to number 2. I got the Cowboys at 3, and then I put Arizona at 4. That's just my list. And then the Bills come in at 5. But you can do what you need to do. It's your list. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you.
Keyshawn,
right now, it's a B. That's the way you construct it.
Your list is a D.
Right.
You put the Chargers ahead of my Cowboys.
You got it kind of confused a little bit.
Nah, he does it.
Go ahead, Jeff Saturday.
Much I hate to give Stephen Smith credit.
I'm glad
he got it right.
fluid. You know what I mean? It's all about being fluid. You know what I mean? For Stephen A, we got to keep it fluid. That's the best thing about your list. What happened to the Chiefs? What happened?
He got 2 losses.
Are we taking? We don't think they're one of the best
2 in a row before beating the Eagles.
We're going to say all of a sudden that we're not going. We're not going to put them up there. We got no. Hey, we got no Browns. We got no Browns on our list. Yes. Hey, listen. You are sleeping on the Cleveland. Hey, you sleep on the Cleveland Browns. Everybody wants to worry about Baker Mayfield and what his relationship with OBJ and all that kind of nonsense. They got an offensive line and a defensive line that's dominating.
Quarterback
right
is suspect.
And they're going to continue to get better. When they find their way back and Landry gets back and gets healthy, that is the team. But they're continuing to win. I mean, they've been embarrassing teams. They're playing great up front. You got to get them some respect now, Steve. Like, I get excited the moment we went to the Chargers up there. They've had 2 good weeks in a row. But don't forget the Chiefs. Don't forget them Browns. You know what I mean? Like, let's make sure we keep them on. And I do like Keyshawn. Hold on one sec. I do like Keyshawn with the Packers. I think right now, if you said if the Cardinals and the Packers played each other, who would win that game? I would give the edge to the Green Bay Packers right now. It's a young offensive line. They've gotten better each and every week.
I don't know.
They have been able to run that hill. I understand how good the Cardinals are. We're going to stay fluid. But let's not forget, let's not take the old man out because he's old, just because Kyler Murray's doing some new things. Don't forget about that Aaron Rodgers now. He's still a dude.
Week to week. Hold on, guys. Week to week, the list is fluid. You go on what you see that particular week, understanding that movement is inevitable. So what Aaron Rodgers and them are looking that way right now? I got them top 5, but they ain't looking like the Arizona Cardinals right now.
But Steve, the Packers have been looking pretty damn good since that loss to New Orleans, man. Every single week. I know it's fluid. I know all of that. Every week they look like they're getting ready to make some noise in the NFC. The Cowboys at the same time, they look like they're getting ready to make some noise. I understand Arizona went in to SoFi Stadium and handed the Rams a can of medicine. I get it. They opened it up on the Rams. But I want to wait and see a little bit longer, man. I just want to see a little bit.
Why do you need to wait? It's fluid.
They do it every.
They move them if they don't show up.
The Cardinals do that every single year, though. They show out every single year with this offense.
Yeah, that's true.
And here's the other thing for me. The Chargers, I know you're excited because they had a Monday night win. Everybody's excited. They beat Derek Carr and the Raiders and all that kind of stuff. I would not put them right now. I would not put them above the Cleveland Browns. I would put the Browns up above the Chargers right now. I think for the team and where they are now, the Chargers may continue
Jeff, why don't you just tell the truth, Jeff?
to excel.
Why
But I
don't you
would
just
put
tell
that
the
up
truth?
there.
You know what this is about. You're a Super Bowl champion as a lineman. You understand what I'm saying? You're biased, Jeff Saturday. You're biased because of what you said about all the stuff going on in Cleveland, and you bring up their offensive line and their defensive line. That's truth, Jeff. That's what you do.
Okay, that's enough. I don't care how they do with my Cowboys. Anyway, let's move on. That's what now I do the Colin Cowherd week that situation here. So let's see what Colin Cowherd top 2 got to say.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin. Number 10.
LA Chargers. I waited to watch that game.
Colin.
And my takeaway is they're a 56-yard field goal by Greg Zuerlein from being undefeated. But they kind of gave that Dallas game away, and I don't trust the franchise yet. I think they're being, as Peter Schrager said, very deliberate in how they're coaching this team. I think Justin Herbert will only get better. I do worry about Austin Eckler's health. He's going to join us in 45 minutes live. There's a lot to like. Here's the most important thing. Their head coach, Brandon Staley, was the Rams' defensive coordinator. He blew the Chargers away in the interview. Every week, they have held their opponent to their lowest offensive total. This is a defensive story as much as an offensive story. Chargers at 10.
Number 9.
Cleveland at 9. This is not a knock on Cleveland because they played the Chargers this week, and the spread is like a point. Right now, Cleveland's defense feels like it's better than Cleveland's offense. Jarvis Landry, we told you, he is the soul of this team. OBJ and Baker, for whatever reasons, just don't have the symmetry. I'll tell you what, though, that was really impressive is that on Kirk Cousins' 40 dropbacks, the Browns pressured him 22 times, and almost all of them came only rushing 4. That is a real factor. They are not bringing extra people, and they are getting substantial pressure on the opposing quarterbacks. This is a very good team. This is not a knock putting them at number 9. I just don't think if Jarvis Landry's not available, I can't put him higher because he's really valuable, clearly, for this offense.
Number 8.
The Chiefs, who beat Cleveland and worked for it. Listen, their defense is a huge concern. They can't get teams off the field, but they've had 1 3-and-out all year. They've had 6 punts all year. This is an offensive story. This is Oklahoma Sooner football. Are they good enough to win a national title? I don't know.
They let the Eagles go 34.
Offensively, it's wizardry. Mahomes is now 40-10 through his first 50 starts. They're smartly coached. Mahomes is tremendous, but I do worry that their defense allows you to make Mahomes a spectator for long stretches.
Number 7.
The Dallas Cowboys. For the first time in a decade, I think they're underrated. I think between Trayvon Diggs and Micah Parsons, they have 2 sensational stars on defense. These are playmakers. Micah Parsons is a playmaker. Trayvon Diggs is a top 3 or 4 corner. The defense is fast. It is athletic. Dan Quinn, this is what he does as a coordinator, makes his players better. Dak Prescott. Sam Darnold was running for his life in this game. And Carolina, this is a really good defense, and the Cowboys scored 36 points against it. A lot of people overvalue the Cowboys. I try to stay away from it, but I think they have entered the Super Bowl bubble. This is a real football team with excellent leadership with Dak Prescott.
Really? Actually, Cowboys.
Number 6.
Tampa Bay. This is really out of respect for Arians and Brady. They're not playing like the 6th best team in the league. Their passing defense is the worst in the NFL. And they're also the 2nd most penalized team. Now, Bruce Arians' teams tend to be loose and play with a lot of energy and emotion. I do not love what I'm seeing there. They're hurting themselves a lot. But, they didn't play particularly well, went on the road and beat Belichick. There is value. I may trust them more than any team in this league in a close game. And right now their defense is not good enough to blow people out. So I think it really comes down to trust. I think if they play all but a handful of teams, they win because they're so good 3 minutes and less in the game.
Number 5.
The Rams, who beat the Buccaneers. Now, I just think I'll say this. I'm giving a little bit of a pass for Arizona. Number 1 is they came off almost a Super Bowl energy game against Tampa. It felt like a playoff game, and they were completely flat. I mean, you could tell 2 series in. Matt Stafford missed on his long throws. They could not get Kyler Murray off the field. I thought it was just a good team with a stinker. It's like I said about Baker Mayfield. I'm not crushing him because he had a bad game. It's hard to win in this league. I still believe defensively they're elite, and I do believe the play calling is telling you far less play action than they had with Jared Goff. They absolutely trust Matt Stafford to throw the ball down the field. As I often say on the show, what a coach calls tells you what he thinks of his personnel. If they're doing a lot of zone, they don't trust their corners. They're doing man-to-man, which the Cowboys are doing more of. They trust their corners. This coaching staff trusts Stafford and trusts this defense.
Number 4.
Arizona beat the Rams. They're spectacular. It's amazing. 3 of the 4 games are on the road, and they're the only undefeated team left. They're really explosive. They're really dynamic, and they brought on J.J. Watt for the leadership component. Kyler Murray, first time he'd beaten the Rams. That's significant. He was 0 for 4.
Wow.
Cliff Kingsbury had been owned. This is a real tipping point win for them. This was a big win. McVay had owned Kingsbury.
Wow.
This bursts it through. Only team in the league, 400-plus yards and 30-plus points in every game.
Number 3.
Green Bay. I still don't think they're hitting on all cylinders. The reason I put them number 3 is because the Steelers have a fairly vaunted pass rush, and yet Aaron Rodgers was pressured on only 18% of the dropbacks. That's very impressive. So they're getting the offensive line in shape, and that's been our primary concern, that and the lack of a number 2 pass receiver. Randall Cobb had an excellent game. So the emergence of Randall Cobb, who Aaron Rodgers trusts. I've always thought their defense is better than people give it credit for. Green Bay at 3.
Number 2.
Baltimore. Folks, how long are you people going to hold to this Lamar Jackson can't throw the football? Get over it. Get over it. He can throw the football. In fact, I looked up a stat this morning. He averages 12.1 air yards per attempt and 14.4 yards per completion. That's both the highest in the NFL.
Wow.
It doesn't look pretty. It doesn't. It's Phillip Rivers. It can be really ugly. The ball gets there. He throws guys. He doesn't throw them open as much as an Aaron Rodgers.
Interesting.
We got to get over this. He can't throw. It ain't pretty, but he is so dynamic running the football. It opens up passing opportunities that other young quarterbacks like a Mac Jones will never get. I've said this before. When you're great at something, literally great at something, you don't have to be great at everything. So he gets passing lanes created because linebackers have to stick like glue to the play to the very last second to play honest football against this run game. And that opens up. How many times does he throw the ball to a wide open tight end or receiver? The answer is often.
That's
Number
true.
1.
A franchise I've fallen in love with. They're so smart and well run. The Buffalo Bills, best point differential in the NFL. It's not just winning. If you go to the history of the Super Bowl, the team that has lots of blowouts, that steamrolls teams, usually has a personnel and coaching advantage. They are blowing people out. They've trailed just 11 minutes all season. They've had not a stigma. They've had an issue the last couple of years, and it's been a lack of a consistent pass rush. This is a really, really well-run organization. From the owner to the GM to the coach to the quarterback to the coordinator, they just keep adding these elements for Josh Allen. And when you watch them play, folks, they are putting heat on you from every angle. And if you're not ready for it, I don't even count the Week 1 loss to the Steelers. I swear to God, Week 1 for half these teams felt like the final week of the preseason because nobody played their starters. So since Week 2 on, I think they're the best team in the NFL. And with that, we bring on, oh, by the way, no Seahawks. Why? What do they do well besides Russell Wilson? You tell me what they do well. No Denver Broncos. Well, Teddy Bridgewater is concussed, so today he wouldn't play. So I can't put that team with Drew Lock in my top 10. Raiders, I still think they're close. I don't think the Raiders were going to win that game last night. That's just one of those things. You ever go on a date and you know 5 minutes in it's not going to work? Happens. I mean, not to me, of course, but I've heard the stories for years and years. The next guy that's coming on our show.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. A lot of the power rankings, CBS eyed about passing for this Chargers ahead of my Cowboys. If my Cowboys beat the Chargers, there's no reason for them to be ahead of my Cowboys. They got a better record. We got the same record. There's no. Anyways, tell me what y'all think about these power rankings for the Dallas Cowboys. I thought at least top 7. was all right. ESPN had the Cowboys at 8. I think they could have been higher because I think people giving too much love to Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay beat us, so I can't say nothing about that. But anyway, tell me what y'all think about all these power rankings from college characters, Stephen A, CBS, which I'm not even acknowledged because they got the Chargers ahead of my Cowboys. Tell me what y'all think. Like, subscribe. That's my reaction to the power rankings. One more out. Oh, go Cowboys.